Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing some Cliffhanger Cups, and I am actually going up against 3 different opponents. All of them you've seen on the channel. The first 2 wanted to do a best out of 3, and then the last opponent we just did 5 games. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at my team. So for this video I am using Tropius, Wormadam Trash, Lantern, Togekiss, Sableye, and Medicham, and my opponent for these set of videos, the first set is using Golbat, Toxicroak, Altaria, Victreebel, Sableye, and Bronzong. So let's go ahead and see what we've got going for us. So we have the Lantern out. Gonna go ahead and use that Thunderbolt to knock out his Sableye. I was kind of expecting the shield, but I guess actually it doesn't make it makes sense not to do the shield because he brings in his Victreebel to be able to knock out my Lantern. So that was actually a good play. I bring in my Wormadam, and he will hit us with Acid Spray, taking literally nothing. That might have been like 2 points of damage, but it does lower our defense, so Acid Spray would still be good against Wormadam. But we go ahead and use Iron Head and switch out into my Sableye. He will hit a move against us, which happens to be Shadow Ball, doing a good amount of damage to us actually. We fire off Foul Play. I do not have Power Gem on this Sableye, and doesn't knock it out, but then we're just able to finish it off. And we had a shield, plus we had a Confusion user in the back, so we were safe for that battle. So we do go ahead and take game 1. But yeah, I'm trying out Wormadam Trash in this these set of videos. So the next battle, he leads with Toxicroak, I lead with my Wormadam Trash, and he actually does a good amount of damage to us before we knock him out. But of course, Confusion will be able to knock out Toxicroak really fast. But at the same time, we are taking that neutral damage from counter. So, taking a good amount of damage. Or, wait, is counter super effective or neutral to Wormadam? I think it's, I don't know, guys. It might be super effective, so we might be taking super effective damage. I'm drawing a blank. But either way, we still are able to knock out Toxicroak because it is double weak to Confusion. Now we're going up against Altaria, and we fire off an Iron Head against the Altaria. He is going to go ahead and use a shield. So Wormadam Trash did its job. It did go down, but it took both shields, so I'm really happy about that. Bringing in Medicham, he actually hits us with Dazzling Gleam. I was expecting the Sky Attack, but either one I would definitely shield, so I did go ahead and use that shield. Getting off a Power Up Punch against his Bronzong, and we're actually almost able to get that next Power Up Punch, but he does use his Side Shock, so I will go ahead and block that and use a Power-Up Punch against his Bronzong because I knew I'd be able to finish him off before he's able to get to another charge move, of course. And then he brings in his Altaria. I go for the Ice Punch. A Power-Up Punch would have knocked it out as well. I think I didn't remember how much health the Altaria had. That's why I went for the Ice Punch. But either way, we do go ahead and win that best of 3 2-0. So the next match, we're going up against Ed. And he is rocking a team of Noctowl, Lantern, Quagsire, Lucario, Sableye, and Meganium. So he leads with Quagsire, and I'm going to lead with my Togekiss. I do block that Acid Spray. Now, Acid Spray would actually do a good amount of damage to Togetic, aside from lowering its defense, just because Togetic is a really squishy Pokemon. So, as you can see, we get hit with another Acid Spray, doing a decent amount of damage right there. But we're able to finish off Quagsire. So both down a shield. Our defense is lowered, but you can see how much damage this Lucario is taking from Charm. I decided not to shield the Power Up Punch, and it does knock us out because of those 2 Acid Sprays. I bring in Medicham. He switches into Sableye, and this is not really a great matchup for me. But I obviously, the Medicham is not a good matchup. That's why I do switch. So right now, just trying to get off our charge move, and we get off an Iron Head, and that is going to do a decent amount of damage. I mean, nothing too crazy. I was actually expecting the shield in that situation. I probably would have used the shield because all I have in the back is Medicham, and he knew that. So I probably would have shielded that. But anyway, we go for the Power-Up Punch, and we're going to be able to knock out his Sableye, and now he brings in his Lucario, so probably going to block this Power-Up Punch. I don't remember if he does. He does, but we're going to be able to feint him down with counters anyway, and we do win that one. But yeah, anyway, we do go ahead and take that game, so really good game. Really good game as always. We are playing in the Ultra League, by the way. These are Great League Pokemon, but we both just want to increase our badge. But for the next battle, I lead with Tropius. He leads with Quagsire. He does switch into his Sableye. I do charge up a little bit of energy and then switch in my Togekiss to take the foul play. Actually still doing a decent amount of damage, but that's just because Togetic is a squishy Pokemon. But we're able to take it, and we're actually able to take another one. But unfortunately, he's going to bring in Lucario, and we cannot get to that Ancient Power in time, or Aerial Ace. But now I bring in my Tropius, and I'm trying to bluff him with the Leaf Blade, and it works because he does shield that. And now he's going to go ahead and fire off a charge move against us. I do block this because I was thinking it would be Shadow Ball, but it wasn't. It was a Power Punch, so nice on him to block that. I go for another Leaf Blade, and he's going to go ahead and block that, and I decide to block this one as well. This one is the Shadow Ball, so at least we take that energy, trying to feint him down with Air Slash, and we're able to do so. And then we just go ahead and use the Leaf Blade against his Quagsire, which actually doesn't knock it out because Leaf Blade's not a strong move. He's not attacking there. I think he just gave this match up because he knew it was game over, so I just decided to just finish it off and move on. So we do win the both sets 2-0, so really fun games, really fun. So thank you for those games, both of my opponents. So now we're jumping in against a subscriber, and he's using a team of Slowbro, Lantern, Altaria, Lucario, Probopass, and Drapion. So he switches into his Lucario against my Togekiss, and I assume he was going for the Shadow Ball, just wasn't able to get there in time. So we're actually able to just clean it out, finish it off just with Charm. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the switch into my Lantern, getting off a power up punch against him. I knew this would not be shielded. He's gonna go ahead and get off his move. I decided to use a shield against this because I knew I'd be able to finish off Lantern, and we get off a power up punch against it. And this is going to not knock it out, but just one more counter will be able to finish off the Lantern. He does bring in his Altaria, and I'm going for the Ice Beam. I actually charge up enough for the Ice Beam and go for the Power Up Punch to try and bluff him out. It works because he does shield that, so I don't shield this. I actually decide to let Medicham go down because I know I have the Togekiss in the back, and all I have to do is just charm it all the way. I mean, I would have blocked a Sky Attack had to come in if he was able to get to it in time, but we do go ahead and win that game. But yeah, I'm really liking my team. It's really fun. Really liking Wormadam. We are leading with Wormadam this game. Now, if my Wormadam had Bug Bite instead of Confusion, obviously it would have been better against Slowbro, but it doesn't. He's going to go ahead and get off his move. I decided to let it go through, thinking it was Water Pulse, as it was. So we get off our move. Now, I was hoping he didn't realize what Wormadam had and didn't shield that, because some people it may not have played against Wormadam, totally understandable. So, but no, he does correctly shield that Buzz, and we actually switch. I was a little bit late switching that. I meant to switch before we even went for the Bug Buzz, but sometimes I have trouble switching out a Confusion user because Confusion is just a slow move in general. So definitely my mistake all the way. But either way, we did get the Bug Buzz against his Lantern, and we're able to finish it off. And now we have Medicham against his Lantern, so we're going to go ahead and use that Power Up Punch. Gonna go unshielded, and he actually gets off his charge move. I do decide to shield this one because I knew I would be able to finish off Slowbro. It happens to be an Ice Beam, and I decided to finish it off without going for a Power Up Punch. And now he brings in Probopass, and I was really happy to see that Probopass. That's why I decided to protect my Medicham. I was like kind of hoping for the Probopass, and it happened to be Probopass, but no matter what it was, if it was Probopass or if it was Lucario, would have been good for us. Even Drapion, it would have been good. So it happened to be the Probopass. That's why I wanted to keep Medicham alive, and we do go ahead and win that one. But for the next game, it's actually a mirror match, Lantern versus Lantern. So just both sticking around, deciding to hang in. We do have a little bit of lag in the beginning. I don't think this lag affected either of us, but I do go ahead and get to my Thunderbolt, and that is going to go unshielded, so I decide to mirror him, and I don't shield this one either. So just go into town with water guns, both of us, and we actually get to the red like a second or two before he does, and that's just because this is a perfect 100% IV lantern, so it's not good for PvP in general. I definitely need another lantern, but either way, my lantern is knocked out. I decided to let it go through, and then we bring in Togekiss, excuse me, and we knock him out with Charm. He does bring in his Slowbro, so I was going to switch, but I decided to just hang it out with Togekiss because I didn't want to be switch locked. He does go ahead and block that, and then he's going to get a move off against us, and I actually let this go through. I was actually going to block it, but I decided, I think, last second to let it go through. And then we finish off slow. Actually, he does get off his move against us, so I do block it because I still have 2 shields left, and that Ice Beam would have done a lot. He actually switches out Slowbro. So I go ahead and go for my Aerial Ace, which is not really going to do much to Altaria, but it does add up. We actually go for another Aerial Ace, and we just need one more Aerial Ace. He gets off a Sky Attack, but I still have that shield left, so I'm able to block it. And I knew I'd be able to get to an Aerial Ace before he's able to get to another Sky Attack. So we do go for that Aerial Ace and knock it out. And then he brings in his Slowbro with like 1 HP and we just knock it out. So we actually do go ahead and win that one. So really nice game. Always a pleasure battling all these players, all these trainers. So thanks for the games. But we still have more, so we're going to jump into another one. We do lead with Wormadam this time. I switch out immediately into my Medicham, figuring it was a pretty safe switch. The worst scenario is probably the Slowbro, and I guess Altaria as well. I do go for the Ice Punch immediately, hoping he would think it was a bluff and not shield that, so we would do a lot of damage. But he actually calls that correctly and does not shield it, so we're trying it again. And we'll either take the less shield or do a lot, so he does let it go through. And now we go for the power-up punch and waiting to see if this is going to be met with a shield. It is not, so he actually gets off another Sky Attack against us. So I'm going to go ahead and block this because I knew I would be able to finish him off as we do. So we switch out wanting to save that Medicham for Probopass to see if we can. So we'll see. So right now he does bring in his Probopass against my Togekiss, and Togekiss will go down, but the good news is we do have Medicham, and we're able to get to a power-up punch. So I figured it would go down, but at least we're able to get to a power-up punch and hit that Probopass. So he's going to fire back with a Rock Slide. He did shield that, but at least we took his last shield, and now we bring out Wormadam, and we will be hit with, I believe, a Rock Slide, which is neutral to us. But we're able to tank it easily, and I just fainted him down with Confusions, and I go for the Iron Head. This will not knock it out because it does resist it, but he's very low. He does hit us with a power-up punch. I was hoping it wasn't Shatterball, and we were correct in thinking it wasn't Shatterball, and then we just faint him down with Confusion. Would Shatterball have knocked me out? I'm actually not sure. So if he did have Shatterball, I don't know if it would have knocked me out. Somebody can let me know. But either way, for the last game, he does lead with Probopass, and we lead with Togetic. Definitely getting out of there. He switches out as well into that Slowbro. So really not a good matchup for us, of course. I do go ahead and get an excellent on that power-up punch. And we actually get to another power-up punch, which I assumed would not be shielded, as I am correct. So he gets off his move against me. So I do decide to shield this Ice Beam because I didn't want to take the damage. Now, the reason I shielded it is because I was pretty confident we'd be able to get to another power-up punch and feint him before he was able to. The problem is I lagged, which allowed him to get, I think, an extra confusion in there, or an extra 2 confusions. It's hard to tell. So I do believe that lag probably mattered and probably affected this game, though I could be totally wrong. But that's why I did shield the Medicham, just because I felt like I could have feinted the Slowbro, but again, I could be wrong, but it looked like I lagged over him, but that's okay, it happens. So we get off a Thunderbolt against his Lucario, so he's going to go ahead and block that because he doesn't want to take it. So I'm going to let Lantern go down, and this game is definitely not looking hot for us. I bring in Togekiss, excuse me, and he brings in Probopass, so we actually almost did well, except having trouble with the Probopass. I do shield that, and yeah, Probopass is just going to be able to easily wall my Togekiss because he still has a shield, and that wouldn't have knocked out anyway, obviously. So he hits us with a rock slide and knocks us out. And that is going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.